Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Natisha, and today I wanted to do an intro to a project pan that I'm going to be doing for 2019. And this is Pan My palette. Basically, I chose one palette out of my whole entire collection to pretty much pan. Last year I did the Urban Decay Vice 2 and I didn't do the best. I didn't do a whole lot of updates, and I only panned 4 eyeshadow little pans out of the whole entire 20 pans that was in the palette. So I didn't do good, and at my finale to that project I had decided that maybe it wasn't best for me to do any project panning of a specific palette for a whole year. So initially this year I had decided that I wasn't going to do it. I was going to let it go. But after giving it much thought and seeing some people's videos, I decided that I'm actually going to pan a palette this year. I chose one that's a little more basic because my other one was a lot of colors, a lot of jewel tones, a lot of sparkle. So that being said, the palette that I am going to pan this year is the Too Faced Peanut Butter palette. This is what I am starting with. So she's used but barely used. I did use her, so I can't say that she's going unused. But basically I'm starting out kind of fresh. So my little work to this project panning for 2019 is that I am going to choose 2 palettes per week to go along with this palette itself. So basically I'm going to take, because I want to touch all my palettes this year. That was my gripe last year, is even though I was doing monthly baskets, I felt like there was still a lot of my palettes that were not being used. And I have about 70 eyeshadow palettes that's, you know, the big ones, small ones, all grouped together. And I want to literally touch all 70 eyeshadow palettes this year. So the goal for me is to use this as much as I can. I am going to choose to do monthly updates. Last year I did like 2 updates in between the intro and the finale, so that wasn't that grand. But I'm also going to pick 2 eyeshadow palettes a week to use along with this. So basically I'm using 3 eyeshadow palettes in 1 week. I'm going to utilize that mainly in my makeup drawers. I was doing monthly makeup drawers. Now I'm going to move to bi-weekly. So in that bi-weekly you will see the 2 palettes that I'm going to use to go along with this palette. So this is what I'm going to be panning for the year of 2019. I think that I can actually get this pan, and I think I can actually possibly use this up, and it would be nice. This is a nice palette, but after the hype went down on this palette, and then after this palette came out, like handfuls and handfuls of palettes came out with warm tone colors. So no, you know, it wasn't being talked about as much. So that being said, it wasn't being talked about and I didn't use it that much. So I'm going to pan it this year. I'm going to do monthly updates this year. I'm going to do better this year. I'm going to do better this year. And then I'm actually going to touch the rest of my palettes this year. Like, if I can touch all of my palettes and then touch some of them more than I initially planned, would be great. I don't like my stuff going to waste, and I want to use all my stuff up. I mean, I bought it for a reason. So here it is. This is Pan That palette, the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, plus using 2 palettes per week for the rest of this year. Stay tuned for my updates. I'm going to do monthly updates with this. My updates for my palettes probably be in my bi-weekly drawer picks or in my retail therapy videos. So thank you for watching my video, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye.